Get ready, Street Fighter fans, for an epic Round 2 rewind to 1994's action-packed Street Fighter movie. Let's see where its legendary cast stands in 2025. In 1994, Jean-Claude Van Damme, at 34, was a global action icon, starring as Colonel Guile in Street Fighter. Fresh from Bloodsport and Time Cop, his high-flying kicks and signature flat top made Guile unforgettable, despite his Belgian accent clashing with the American role. Fun fact, Van Damme trained 10 hours daily in Muay Thai and Taekwondo, even improvising fight choreography to amp up Guile's flair. Rumored on-set tensions with director Steven E. D'Souza didn't dim his star power. In 2025, at 65, JCVD is thriving, starring in Netflix's The Last Mercenary and Kill 'Em All. 2. He's also launched Old Oak Whiskey, blending his action legacy with business savvy. Recent interviews show him reflecting on his career, with plans for more films and a possible TV series, proving the muscles from Brussels still packs a punch. In 1994, Raul Julia, at 54, gave a legendary performance as General M. Bison in Street Fighter. Known for the Addams Family and Kiss of the Spider-Woman, his over-the-top villainy, with lines like, "For me, it was Tuesday," became iconic. Fun fact, Julian took the role to delight his kids, who were huge Street Fighter game fans, and they helped him study Bison's character. Despite fighting stomach cancer, his energy was magnetic. Sadly, in October 1994, at 54, Julia passed away due to stroke complications before the film's release. In 2025, at what would have been 85, his legacy thrives through Bison's enduring fan love, memes, and tributes. His final role in The Burning Season earned posthumous awards, solidifying his brilliance. In 1994, Ming-Na Wen, at 31, brought fierce determination to Chun-Li in Street Fighter. Fresh off her breakout role in the Joy Luck Club, she blended martial arts prowess with emotional depth, portraying the Interpol agent seeking vengeance against Bison. Fun fact, Wen performed many of her own stunts, training intensely to nail Chun-Li's iconic spinning bird kick. Her performance stood out despite the film's campy tone. In 2025, at 62, Ming-Na Wen is a Hollywood powerhouse. She's beloved as the voice of Mulan, stars as Fennec Shand in The Mandalorian and The Book of Boba Fett, and recently appeared in Hacks. With roles in Mufasa, The Lion King, and ongoing advocacy for Asian representation, Wen's career soars, proving Chun-Li's strength lives on. In 1994, Damian Chapa, at 31, played the cocky Ken Masters in Street Fighter. A newcomer fresh off Blood In Blood Out, Chapa brought swagger and charm to Ken's Red Jai flair, partnering with Ryu to infiltrate Bison's empire. Fun fact, Chapa, a fan of the Street Fighter games, ad-libbed some of Ken's snarky lines like, "This sucks," to capture his brash vibe. His performance added a playful edge to the film's chaos. In 2025, at 62, Chapa thrives in independent cinema, acting, writing, and directing films like Vados Locos and Enemy Within through his company, Amadeus Pictures. Despite a controversial 2011 arrest, later exonerated, he remains active, engaging fans at events like StocktonCon and on social media, keeping Ken's bold spirit alive. In 1994, Kylie Minogue, at 26, dazzled as Cammy in Street Fighter. Already a global pop star with hits like The Loco Motion, the Australian icon brought charisma and surprising action chops to the role of Guile's fierce British operative. Fun fact, Minogue learned basic martial arts for the film, impressing the crew with her quick mastery of Cammy's fight scenes. Her cameo was a highlight in the campy flick. In 2025, at 57, Minogue is a music legend, releasing albums like Tension and Tension 2, with her 2025 Tension Tour breaking venue records. She's also expanded her wine brand, Kylie Minogue Wines, selling millions globally. From Chateauloup to sold-out arenas, Minogue's star power remains unstoppable. In 1994, Simon Callow, at 45, portrayed Dr. Dalsim in Street Fighter, reimagined as a scientist working for Bison, rather than the game's yoga master. A respected British actor known for Amadeus and A Room with a View, Callow brought gravitas to the role despite its departure from the source material. Fun fact, Callow, a classically trained stage actor, took the part to explore the wild world of blockbuster films, later calling it a fascinating detour in his memoirs. In 2025, at 76, Callow remains a prolific talent, starring in films like The Payday and TV series like Doctor Who. He's also an acclaimed author and director, recently publishing essays on theater and performing Shakespeare recitals, keeping Dalsim's wisdom alive. In 1994, Byron Mann, at 27, embodied Ryu in Street Fighter, bringing quiet intensity to the stoic martial artist aiding Guile against Bison. A Hong Kong-born newcomer, Mann's action skills shone despite limited prior film experience. Fun fact, Mann, a top-ranked junior tennis player in Hong Kong, learned wushu for the role, showcasing authentic martial arts moves. His casting over Capcom's preferred actor sparked behind-the-scenes debates. In 2025, at 58, Mann's career thrives with roles in The Expanse as Admiral Nguyen, Wu Assassins as Uncle Six, and Skyscraper alongside Dwayne Johnson. He's also set to appear in the upcoming series The Recruit. Active in wushu and advocating for Asian representation, Mann's discipline mirrors Ryu's enduring spirit. In 1994, Roshan Seth, at 52, played Dr. Dalsim in Street Fighter. Reimagined as a captive scientist, forced to create Bison's mutant soldier, Blanca, unlike the game's yoga master. A British-Indian actor known for Gandhi and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Seth brought depth to the role despite its deviation. Fun fact, Seth, frustrated by the chaotic production, later said he just followed instructions and stopped overthinking, per an El País interview. In 2025, at 83, Seth continues acting, with recent roles in Dumbo and Indian Summers. He's also active in theater, mentoring young actors, and supports cultural initiatives in India, reflecting Dalsim's moral core with his enduring, versatile career. In 1994, Andrew Bryniarski, at 25, played Zangief in Street Fighter, portraying the Russian wrestler as Bison's loyal, simple-minded enforcer. A former bodybuilder, Bryniarski's 6'5" frame and 180-pound physique brought the game's grappler to life. Fun fact, Bryniarski, a trained wrestler, performed his own stunts, including Zangief's fight with E. Honda, drawing on his brief WCW and OVW wrestling career. His casting fit Capcom's vision for a towering presence. In 2025, at 56, Bryniarski has focused on horror, best known as Leatherface in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake and its prequel. Despite a controversial 2015 social media spat over disparaging comments about Gunnar Hansen, he remains active in indie films like American Resurrection and fan conventions. In 1994, Grand L. Bush, at 39, brought Balrog to life in Street Fighter, portraying the disgraced boxer turned Bison henchman with intensity. Known for Die Hard and Lethal Weapon, Bush's athleticism shone through after training with kickboxing legend Benny Urquidez in Bangkok. Fun fact, Bush lost 15 pounds running through Bangkok streets for the role, as noted in an IMDb interview. His Balrog was part of the film's first video game cast ensemble. Sadly, in 2024, at 68, Bush passed away due to complications from heart failure, per family announcements on social media. In 2025, at what would have been 70, his legacy endures through Street Fighter's cult status and roles in License to Kill, celebrated by fans at conventions. In 1994, Kenya Sawada, at 29, played Captain Sawada in Street Fighter, a character created for him after he auditioned for Ryu, but was recast due to limited English skills. A Japanese martial artist with a third-degree black belt in Shorinji Kempo, Sawada's samurai-inspired performance added a unique edge. Fun fact, Capcom pushed Sawada as their action hero mascot, and he ad-libbed fight moves per Inside Games. In 2025, at 60, Sawada thrives in Hong Kong cinema, with roles in Shinjuku Incident and The Legend is Born, Ip Man. He's active in martial arts training and recently appeared in a Japanese TV drama, keeping Sawada's disciplined spirit alive. In 1994, Jay Tavare, at 33, portrayed Vega in Street Fighter, embodying the masked, claw-wielding narcissist with a lethal edge. A Native American actor new to Hollywood, Tavare's striking looks and martial arts skills, honed in Europe, made him a perfect fit. Fun fact, Tavare won a stunt award in Germany for his fight choreography in Street Fighter, per his J. Tavare Academy bio. His debut role left a lasting impression. In 2025, at 57, Tavare focuses on indie films like Unbowed and advocacy for Native American representation. He runs the J. Tavare Academy, offering life coaching, and recently voiced Wundar in Masters of the Universe, Revelation, keeping Vega's passion alive. In 1994, Wes Studi, at 47, portrayed Sagat in Street Fighter, bringing intensity to Bison's eye-patched enforcer. A Cherokee actor known for Dances with Wolves and The Last of the Mohicans, Studi's commanding presence elevated the campy role. Fun fact, Studi, not a gamer, learned kickboxing from Benny the Jet Urquidez and used a pinhole eye patch to avoid disorientation, per a 2015 Bristol Bad Film Club interview. In 2025, at 78, Studi's a Hollywood legend with roles in Avatar and Hostiles. Recently, he starred in Reservation Dogs and voiced characters in Mufasa, The Lion King. An advocate for indigenous representation, he performs with his band Firecat of Discord, embodying Sagat's enduring strength. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.